Millions of Americans take medicines for joint pain, back pain, heart problems. You heard the commercials for Advil and all the others, the so-called NSAIDs. Some even resort to surgery. But all that may not be necessary. The solution to these health problems may be swimming around in the ocean. Here's medical reporter Galen Tethrow.
The 20 years of biking, swimming, and running in triathlons started taking their toll on neurosurgeon Joseph Maroon.
I overused my joints and ended up with some joint problems of significant degree and was actually recommended to have a total knee replacement. I took so much Advil that I got an ulcer from it.
Maroon researched joint problems in the medical literature. Fish oils, because they contain omega-3 fats, looked like they could hold the answer to Maroon's joint pain.
I started on that, and sure enough, I was able to get off of the Celebrex, the Advil, the ibuprofen, and all the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories.
Omega-3 fats are good for the heart, too. New research from Japan shows that Japanese men have far less heart disease than American men. Even though their lifestyles aren't that great, many of them smoke, Japanese men eat fish every day, and fish is high in heart-healthy omega-3 fats. When Japanese men move to other places, they stop eating so much fish, and their heart health becomes as bad as men in the United States. Maroon also finds omega-3s useful in his specialty, neurology. He designed a study for his large numbers of back and neck pain patients with disc problems.
Many of these had been recommended for surgery, others that I would have operated on myself.
Patients took 2,300 milligrams daily of concentrated fish oil. 60% were able to go off their pain medication. Many are expected to delay or even avoid surgery. Nutrition expert Ann-Louise Gittleman sees another important benefit from omega-3 fats.
That the omega-3s are just about the ticket these days for healthy heart, for healthy brain function, for healthy joint function, and are also important, believe it or not, for weight loss.
A study had two groups who ate the same level of calories and fats, but one group took 6,000 milligrams of fish oil in place of 6,000 milligrams of dietary fats like butter and cooking oil. The fish oil group burned fat at a 25% higher rate and lost 2 pounds of body fat in 3 weeks. Gittleman says fish oil helps reduce belly fat, a type of fat which causes inflammation and harms the brain and circulatory system. And reducing inflammation inside the body can have an unexpected benefit on the outside of the body.
If in fact you have skin problems, we've seen a lot of kids with acne or people with eczema or psoriasis clear up beautifully within a relatively short time.
And for the sake of babies in the womb, Maroon says it's just plain wrong for doctors not to encourage omega-3 fats for pregnant women.
It's almost criminal at this time because the baby's brain, the fetal brain as it develops, requires a large amount of so-called DHA.
DHA is one of the two main components of fish oil. The other is called EPA. One of the ways they work together is by squelching the silent inflammation of disease.
I know if a splinter is in my finger, it hurts. My coronary arteries don't know when the plaque is building up to the point that it's squeezing the blood from my heart until I develop angina or a heart attack.
That same silent damage characterizes Alzheimer's disease as well. High doses of omega-3s are reported to slow down that inflammatory brain damage. So how can we compete with the Japanese in getting the benefits of omega-3 fats? The Japanese average a serving a day of fish, about 3 ounces. That provides 1,300 milligrams of omega-3 fats. The average American averages little more than 1 serving of fish a week. That provides a fraction as much fish oil, only 200 milligrams a day. So how do we make up that difference? For most people, 1 to 3 fish oil capsules a day will take up the slack. The other way to go, of course, is to eat fish. But that requires some caution, because large fish, such as tuna and swordfish, can accumulate toxins like mercury. In fact, the government recommends that pregnant women and young children eat very little fish. For them, fish oil capsules are a better choice, because they're processed to remove impurities. Bolstered with an understanding of the importance of omega-3s, Maroon recommends an active lifestyle to fight back against the pitfalls and inflammation of daily living.
If we can prevent the inflammation by taking something as simple as fish oil on a daily basis and modifying our diet and exercising, I think we can do much more for ourselves than any pill or surgery.
Galen Tethrow, CBN News.
Terry, I want to ask you, do you take fish oil?
I do.
Do you really? How much do you
Because it's
take?
good for your brain. Well, I just take my capsules every day.
You want to have a brain like a fish?
Well, I want to be able to think. I want to remember, which
No, I
seems
do
to be
too.
leaving me these days.
You know, Galen and our health guys have sold me on the thought. I really like it, but
well, inflammation seems to be one of the big things you need to fight throughout life.
you know, we had Dr. Perricone on several years, and he had that Perricone prescription, and he was big on inflammation. That's the hot thing today. It's a silent thing inside your
You don't know
arteries.
it's there.
Yeah, but it's constant inflammation. It can be caused by gum disease. It can be caused by all sorts of things, but it's systemic, and it leads to heart disease, cancer, and all these other things. So if you've got something that'll lower inflammation, it's good for you. But I tell you what, I have a son, not the one who appears on this program, by the way, who is really big into sushi and raw fish. I just don't think eating raw fish is a good idea.
Well,
right?
you know, I think what the report said is so true. You're kind of caught betwixt and between because of the pollution that we face in our world today. You're sort of afraid to go that road. If you can take the supplements and know that it's all been screened out, it seems like the wiser thing to do.
Much better. Although fish is good. I enjoy fish.
I do too.
Tuna,
Salmon especially.
salmon, yeah, all those things. But anyhow, that's a tip, ladies and gentlemen, that might save your life. And something good. By the way, excuse me, I've got a fact sheet. Omega-3, the really good fat. And here it is. We'll give it to you. You can have the details of what you just saw. If you just call in 1-800-716-FACT. All right.
Well, up next.